Hello, it's Ferdinands here once again, this time for the April video update. Thank you for those that had a look at the March update and sent me your feedbacks. I've tried to take as much of that feedback into account in the production of this video. So what's been happening over the site for the last 30 days? Well, let me take you through a quick summary. As you know, the inaugural TopStocks newsletter went out a few weeks ago. That newsletter has been on the site now. I've had a bit of feedback. Thank you for those that have commented on what we can include in the future, what we should, what we shouldn't. The next newsletter will go out on the 15th of May. Alright, let's talk about the competitions that are on the site at the moment. The April one first, sponsored by Specialist Share Education. It's in full swing. It only has a couple of days to go before a winner is determined. Right now we have two leaders with identical entries, which are at the top. You've got Jughead and Keyhole. Now those two members have pretty much dominated the last week of the leaderboard because of going short on CTP. Now interestingly, Stretch, another member who's coming third, can take the lead in the next couple of days if the Australian dollar weakens against the US down to 1.02. So Stretch, good luck. We'll be watching in anticipation. While I'm talking about Specialist Share Education, there is a special at the moment you may not be aware of. Please go to the Specialist Share Education forum to get details on a package that they've got right now, $1,300 roughly for a $3,240 package. I believe in the package is some personal mentoring plus some subscriptions, so please check it out if you haven't already. The main competition is also taking registrations as we speak. You can still register, by the way. Just go to the top of most forums to see how you do that. VectorVest have got on offer a $1,140 prize for first place, and they've got prizes all the way down to fifth place as well. Right, as you know, and I say this with a huge smile on my face, TopStocks tipping is back. June 1, watch this space. Our programmers are currently doing all the work required to get it up and running. It will be different though to what you remember. For those of you that have been a TopStocks member for a long time, you will remember the old tipping competition. Well, this is different. It's different in that there are no more multipliers involved. It's like paper trading this time. You basically get a million rank or credibility points at the start of every month. You will then spend that million on shares, on buying, going long or going short. Now you can only go short on shares which are shortable in the market, of course. So as you make these trades, and you do need to close your trades at the end of the month, as you do that, then we'll see that the competition site will actually see how much you've made, how much you've lost, and the person that's made the most in any particular month will be declared the winner and get their name up on the honour board just like we did before. So please watch this space. June 1, tipping will be back. Look, no doubt, members, there might be some bugs that we need to iron out during the June month. But please, as I expect you will, you'll tell me what those bugs are and we'll try and fix those as soon as possible. Also, a congratulations goes to one of our members, Max Action, who won one of the 2 free memberships that Specialist Share Education was offering as part of its webinar the other night. I also attended the webinar. It was great. Thank you for those that attended with me. Gary, special thank you to you for putting it on, and the members and I are hoping, of course, Gary, that you'll be able to put more of those free webinars on later in the year. A quick update on the market cap data problem that a few of you have alerted me to. We do acknowledge it. Our support teams and the service provider support teams are working on that. We should have an update for you very soon. Let's talk about member activity just for a while. There are 2 members that I'd like to acknowledge in the last 30 days. The first being Moneypenny. Most of you know Moneypenny. Moneypenny has over 6,000 posts now on the forum since joining many years ago. She's one of our longest members. She's also one of our most quality members, if I can put it that way. Great posts, mature professional posts, and very active on the site. So Moneypenny, I'd like to acknowledge you in this video. I'll also like to acknowledge Jules MM1. Jules MM1 helps me considerably with the spam that finds its way onto our site. Unfortunately, there are members that join purely for the purpose of spamming and advertising their own businesses or self-interest. Jules MM1 is very quick to get onto those. Other members are too, and I really need to get involved to delete those spam messages. They get deleted automatically. So Jules MM1, I'd like to acknowledge you too. Thank you. Let's talk about the forums that TopStocks has added over the last 30 days. There's been 9 roughly. Most of these forums were suggestions from our members, so I do thank you for that. The forums, just off the top of my head, were gas, swing trading, conditional orders, options, economic news, trend trading, aluminium, stop losses and dividends. So thank you for those members that helped me get those on the site. Let's talk about community activity. What forums have been hot over the last 30 days? There's probably 4 worth mentioning. You've got Newcrest Mining, you've got Central Petroleum, CTP, always one of the top 4. You've also got the Australian All Ordinaries, which has had a bit of a following over the last 30 days, and you've got Primer Biomed as well. A lot of you found the political, economic news and market updates that I gave in the March update very useful, very interesting. Let me give you my own version, a quick version of the last 30 days in regards to those 3 things. From a political point of view, obviously you can't put on a TV, pick up a newspaper or put the radio on without hearing something about the trouble the Labor Party's in right now, particularly in relation to Peter Slipper and Craig Thomson. My own view is that that's going to pan out for a long time. I don't think Peter Slipper should come back into the Parliament while there are any allegations, given the nature of those allegations. Certainly today in the newspapers it looks like the evidence he's put forward to prove his innocence in the cab affair does look a bit shaky. Everyone else that uses the same cabs that Peter Slipper does uses the electronic means of payment, and only Peter Slipper seems to be the unlucky one that's forced to use a paper trail, and that paper trail seems to be sequential, which just doesn't make sense. But look, it's not right for me to talk more about that, other than just alert our members that right now the Australian politics, if you haven't been following it, you know that our government is in a bit of turmoil, and I can foresee that happening in the immediate future, or not changing in the immediate future. The economy, we did see interest rates remain flat during the last 30 days. Well, we did see it from a Reserve Bank point of view. We didn't see it from the big banks. As you know, ANZ did lift their interest rates during the last 30 days by, I think, 6 points. What we will see, or what the economists are saying, and certainly I can't give you advice on this, but the economists are certainly saying that we should see about a 25 to 50 point drop in the next few days when the Reserve Bank meets again for May. And some economists are as bold to predict that we might see drops over the next 6 months for as much as 100 points. There'll be a lot of people with mortgages looking forward to that. Obviously those pensioners out there, or self-funded retirees, or people with money in the bank certainly don't want to hear that news. Let's talk about the market for the last 30 days. Up and down here, we've had the market itself, the All Ordinaries, go up by about 2%, so that's good. Over the last 30 days, we've had 2% increase. But at the same time, we've had the Aussie dollar go down by about 1.4%, which is the same percentage it went down last month. So you'll have importers that'll be, obviously not so happy about the Australian dollar going down, but then you've got exporters that'll be ecstatic about it. There's always, 50-50 here in terms of whether it's good for you or whether it's bad for you, depending on what you do with the dollar. Right, before I wrap up, I'd just like to allude you to, and I say allude because it's not certain yet, it's not definite, but I'm working on a massive cash prize event in July and August to celebrate the return of the tipping feature. I'm talking to a few of our sponsors, a few clients, etc. on getting this off the ground. It will be on the back of the tipping competition. The one thing I can tell you is if you want to take part in this July-August event, and at this stage it does look like it's going ahead, and it will be a massive cash prize. I'm not going to tell you how much at this stage, but it will be massive. Certainly groundbreaking in terms of ASX forums and what we've done before. Then you need to be a member of TopStocks for the whole of June. I know many of you are watching this video directly on YouTube or through other means. You are not a TopStocks member. I encourage you, if there's any time you thought about joining TopStocks, now is the time. You have to be a member for all of June to take part in this event. It's going to be huge. So thank you for watching. I do appreciate any feedback you can send me on the bottom of the forum on what you thought about this video, what you would like added in the future, what you'd like removed. And our next update will be around the end of May. Enjoy.